I know how to take care of a cat, itty bitty fishy. I'm not a retard. Thank you. Jeez.
Hey guys, welcome back to Falafel Reacts. Thank you so much for being here. On this channel, we react to girl world content and scammers. And sometimes we're not really sure what we're going to be getting into, but today we are sure. We do know, and unfortunately none of it is good. Truly, I would say about 60% of my reason for creating this video and putting it up on my channel is so that on Falafel Reacts, I, for my own sake, have an archival proof all the times that Chantal Marie Sarault, Foodie Beauty, has abandoned, neglected, thrown away kittens and cats, and to prove that she's unfit to be a pet parent of any kind. That's why I will title this video Chantal Marie Sarault, so that if there is any chance that when she goes back to Canada, a shelter is Googling her name, hopefully this video comes up, okay? Because I am going to be talking about every single one of her cats that we have been exposed to, that we know of since she's been online, and show how she has abandoned, jokes about and thrown away, admitted that she just uses them for rebound, and then she tosses them when she's done with it. So I'm going to be going over all of these in this video. I did mention it in one of my live streams, and then Sansa Cooks responded and she was like, "You forgot a cat, girl. You forgot a cat. You said 7. No, you forgot the 8th one, Aries." So that's kind of what got me going down this whole rabbit hole of exploring all of these. And then I just started grabbing clips. So I also have to mention that this video 1000% would not be possible without the premier archivists in our community. Okay. Shout out to Barbecue Chillin' slash Barbecue Chicken, Hectic Llama, Just Saying, Are You Serious? All of the videos that I use, or that I would be using clips from or images from, I will link in the description box below. So if you want more detail about any of these cats, I would say go down and click on those links. I kind of just want to do an overview of all of them. I was not around for all of the eras, so this is more so just to have one video that talks about all of these on my channel, because yeah, I mean, a lot of this, like, a lot of it I knew in the abstract, but then when you see the clip of the way she's talking about her cat, what was once her cat, it really pisses you off. It pissed me off, okay? I was getting actually worked up. So that's what we're going with right now. That's the agenda for today's video. It won't be a super long one, hopefully. Yeah, okay. So we begin our journey in 2017 with baby Aries, I believe was a gray tabby cat.
Snoring away. No, it just bugs me. So I was in a deep sleep. I wake up to the sensation of the cat swatting at my nose. I'm like, what the hell? I know it's a kitten. Kijiji and said, look, follow my problem. He said, he was nice. He said, if you want to bring her back, it's not working out, please bring her back. I'll take her back. I thought about that and I said, well, that might be a good idea. So we can't really afford another pet. You know, what if something happens and she gets sick, her and BB June's like, you know, I have to worry about BB June's too. I just burst into tears, sorry. I was so sad. I really miss her. And so I panicked again, impulsively. I messaged him later that night and I said, I know you're going to think I'm bipolar and crazy, but I'm not. Can I please have the kitten back? I promise not to give her back to you. I made a mistake. And this cat, her nickname is Miss Piggy because she eats. Do you guys know, is it okay to just let them eat like all they want? Because do they have to eat more than a normal cat?
What I find really interesting about Chantal is that none of the cats that she has taken on or has given up, none of it has ever been through the normal verifiable route. Okay, so typically and preferably what a lot of people will do is adopt. And so you go through an actual adoption agency. You fill out the application, you have to send references, they need the number of your vet. Yes, they do verify, they do a home visit, or they do a camera, or go through a breeder. Obviously, it's always better to adopt, but I understand there are situations and sometimes families, they would rather go through a breeder. Maybe it's a local breeder, maybe it's whatever, right? Like, regardless of like where you stand on that, that's like not a Craigslist ad, okay? But for some reason, that's how she always gets her cat. She gets it from like some kind of like Craigslist, Facebook, some kind of like I messaged them, they messaged me. And I'm like, I wonder why. Usually that's a red flag when a person is not willing to go through any kind of like verifiable method of getting a cat or a pet in general. So we begin with Aries, who I don't even want to say adopted. I don't even acquired. Okay. She acquired Aries, a cat, a gray tabby, like I said, in July of 2017. This was when she was living with BB, and BB was like paying pretty much for everything. And she was, just like she is now, gorging on 5 times a normal portion size of pasta and talking about how badly she wants a cat. And then very soon after, how it was rash and impulsive.
Decisive, like with the kitten, it was impulsive to get her because I didn't think of the things like she's gonna need her shots. She's gonna need, you know, to be spayed and neutered, or spayed because she's female. She's gonna need all kinds of medical care. She also was, you know, kittens are naughty. Like, I just didn't feel like I had the energy and to deal with a kitten right now. You know, I didn't think things through. I didn't realize how energetic they were.
And you'll see in that video that she reuses the same language that she does right now, okay? This was in 2017. How many years ago was that? Okay. 8 years. How much growth has she had? None. Okay? No growth in 8 years. She still says, I was just being indecisive, you guys. You guys, I was just being indecisive. No, the fact of the matter is Chantal, that you were never a well-adjusted adult. You were always a narcissist. You were always a piece of shit from the very beginning, from the first time you got onto the platform and from before, okay? This stuff, you didn't just become like this in 2017, okay? You must have been like this your whole entire life. You were always a piece of shit, okay? Always. You were always an animal abuser. You were always a manipulator in relationships. These things don't just appear, right? You develop them in yourself over decades of time, okay? You were an adult then, and now you're more of an adult, okay? You're like 42 right now and you use the same kind of language. It's because I'm indecisive, you guys. I didn't even check the flights, you guys. I'm just a stupid big beluga bitch, you guys. Yeah, that might be the most accurate thing that you should say about yourself, because that's true. So you adopted this cat or acquired this cat, brought it to your house. Is indecisiveness a mental illness? Girl, the only mental illness you have is stupidity, idiocy, lack of a developed prefrontal cortex, narcissism, manipulation. I guess that's a mental disorder. I don't know. I don't even like saying that you have a mental disorder because it feels like an out for you. You and the rest of the girls get really comfortable hiding behind a veneer of some kind of mental illness. And in my opinion, it's offensive to those that actually have that mental illness because it just implies that like people with that illness are just shitty. Like, no, you're just shitty. You're just a terrible human being, okay? So no, and also I'm not a therapist. I don't have to be professional when it comes to mental illness. You're just a stupid, dumb, selfish, cat abusing bitch. That's what you are, okay? You got this cat, you changed your mind, you sent the cat on its way, but no, you didn't even do that. You had BB do it in the same way that now you have Salah do everything for you. How Salah takes Julia to the vet, you don't even move your big ass. BB did it for you. And then you describe how when he came back to the car and the carrier was empty, you started crying because it's all about you. It's always all about you. It's never about this innocent animal and the back and forth that it's going through. And you yourself, with your own words, say that you message the guy back and try to get the cat back. Are you a lunatic? Are you absolutely insane? You're okay putting the cat through that? Well, of course you are, because you're narcissistic and you abuse cats, okay? You're a whole ass hog, okay? Shoveling food 8 years ago the same way you are now, except now you don't have a man, you don't have a house, you don't have friends, you don't have a cat, you have nothing, okay? You have nothing. And you know what? That's karma for the abandonment of all of the cats. The next cat we are discussing is Timbit, one of the 3. So there were 3 living together at the same time: Timbit, Sam, BBJ. Timbit was, rest in peace, the first one to pass away of feline leukemia, of course. Did Chantal ever keep up with the vet visits? Did she get treatment for the feline leukemia? Did she do anything to try to prolong its life, or at least give it like more comfort while Timbit was still alive? No. And what do you think happened when Timbit was put down? What do you think she did? What do you think she did? Did she, like, you know, stay to process that? Did she stay with Pete? Pete was very, very emotionally affected by the passing of Timbit. So what do you think Chantal did? She went over to her jobless crackhead's house to spend the night because she pretty much didn't care. Actually, it was a bit more convenient for her that Timbit was put down. That's how she prefers it, because she was already in the works of trying to figure out how to rent a place for her jobless man and his drugs that he liked to do. So that worked out for her. She was totally fine with that. Yup, exactly. She was glad, she was pleased that Timbit had to be put down. And when her friend Pete, who has always been there for her, when he needed support for just like that one night, what did she do? She left him, because she's a narcissist, and that's what narcissists do.
I peed himself.
Oh shit. Okay, I gotta go, guys. So here's the deal. I was in a bad mood before I went live, and now I think my edible hit, and now I'm in a good mood. Not a good mood, but I'm not as bitchy. I don't even know what to say. I am big mad. Misha, like, what the hell? You guys are accusing me all the time of being a shitty friend of Pete's. And I'm, like, really, really good to him. He's not even mad at me right now, so he's not bothered. Maybe he wants to be alone. Like, hello? Like...
On top of that, later on in the same video clip, she says that animal control was called to their house multiple times. And we know she lied. She never let them in. And I will include a photo of the living conditions of her cats, okay? In the villa. She would leave them for days on end because she was hanging out with Koki, with Green Peen Koki. That's who she was hanging out with. Pete's... Don't even get me started on Pete, okay? Like, he was a good friend to her in a lot of ways. I mean, he was another enabler. And he was a good friend, and he's been the only consistent person in her life. But he also, although he was very emotionally affected by the passing of Timbit, he never cleaned up after the cats. He never gave them a safe, clean place. They just got to like eat freely. There was no like portions, there wasn't meal times, nothing. Okay, so none of them did that. Okay, and animal control had to get involved. Like, that's how bad it was. But of course, they never even let them in. So that was Timbit. Now, the two other cats that were alive during this time were Sam and BBJ. And we know what happened to them, okay? The very famous clip. I gave away my cats for you!
I gave my cats away for you.
Yep, it comes from this era because she gave away both of her cats like that. That's how easy it was for her. She gave them away to go move to Kuwait to be with a man who would cheat on her 3 times and would dump her ass. All right? Dump her ass. I don't believe that she started the dumping. I mean, he likes dumping in like a different way. In like the poo-poo way. That's like a thing for him. But she got dumped, okay? As we're seeing it live unfold now, she gave away those 2 cats for him, okay?
Stuff. BBJ is not gone, no. Sam is leaving tomorrow. I put it on my planner with like a sad face. It's so surreal to me. I can't believe I'm getting rid of my cats, but honestly, being in touch with their new families and everything is, you know, he's going to a new owner. Yeah, he's going tomorrow. So I have to get all his stuff ready. They have to be separated. They don't even like each other. They won't notice.
One of the worst parts about the way that she got rid of Sam and BBJ came afterwards when she would joke about how she would just make very, very terrible jokes in poor taste about the cats.
BBJ, you're not going in the suitcase. You're going in a cardboard box. Cardboard box? It's probably a bag, Zeta. I think pets get buried in bags. Deal with it. Death is a thing.
And this is just a pattern with her. We see this again later on. Now, when she goes to Kuwait, of course she gets a hamster that she buries by the beach. He dies. We're not really sure how he dies, okay? But all we could say is she has a demonstrated history of being a terrible pet owner. So how do we think, okay? How do we think the hamster died? Anyways, Harry, I believe was his name. She did very quickly after that get another cat, Julia, who was taken from the street. Regardless of what she says, she later admitted that she took Julia from the street, which you're not supposed to do. She didn't go through anything reputable. She was a street cat, okay? And in the same way that the neglect of cats is ubiquitous for her, it's normal. That's one of the first things she does when she gets to Kuwait is steal a cat. It will be the theft of another cat that is her downfall in Kuwait. That not only gets her kicked out, gets her running out of the country with her tail between her legs. It also ruins the residency status for Salah, who had some type of longer term visa for working there. But Julia, she got from the street. Of course, we saw many examples of Julia not giving a shit about her, not wanting to come up to her. We also recently saw a clip of Chantal Marie Sarault, animal abuser, foodie beauty animal abuser, hitting Julia. Julia was off screen. Not just that, now Julia is the cat that she's now abandoning. She utilized her. She used her to solicit more donations in her GoFundMe, in her PayPal. She was saying to get a cat from Syria to Canada because I'm moving back from Syria to Canada because I'm unsafe, blah, blah, blah. Insert all the lies that are disproven within like 9 hours, whatever. She needs a lot of money to, like, you know, halfway across the world. So it's like, okay, yeah, you would need a lot of money. And she knows that people have a soft spot for animals and kids. So people donate more for that cause very quickly. Mind you, she claims she doesn't Google, she doesn't do anything. She books a flight and she's like, oh, wait, I can't take Julia. Then she cancels the flight, according to her. No, you're a lying, greedy ass bitch. No, I don't believe that you did any of that. You booked the flight initially. You knew that you weren't going to take her. You were never planning on taking her because cats and animals to you, they are not sentient beings. They're just like little things that you toss. Once you're done with, you just toss them. There's kind of a cat in between. And this is probably one of the saddest ones for me because, yeah, I don't know. Smokey, when I go over the archival footage about Smokey and what happened to Smokey, that's the most upsetting to me. She went back to Canada, I don't know, like last year or something, because she was like, I can't live in Kuwait anymore. I can't live in Syria, whatever. I don't know. I don't even remember exactly. She goes back to Canada. And within 2 days, she adopts a cat, even though everyone tells her, don't. She adopts this cat, Smokey, which obviously is obese. It has a weight problem. From the beginning, she doesn't like boy cats, okay? She doesn't like boy cats. She has a problem with boy cats. She doesn't really like them. She's making comments about how he's eating too much, about how he's fat, which is crazy because you're a big beluga, ugly ass, disgusting, animal abusing bitch. Like you are in no position to talk about an animal's weight, first of all, okay? When you're out here stomping around like a hog, okay? You're in no position. Anyway, she would say that he was fat and all that. Within 2 days, she wants to leave. She wants to leave Canada and go back with her cheating man. That she wants to do that. What do you think she did with Smokey?
I think I wanted like a rebound cat. I know that sounds so awful, but like, because I'm missing Julia so much.
Throws him back on the street. She never confirmed 100% what happened with him. We never got a clear answer. But her repeated lies, deflection, and then joking about how Smokey was later used for Chinese food. Her words, okay? When people followed up and asked her what happened to Smokey, she joked. I mean, to her, this is a joke. This is a hilarious joke to her. He was turned into Chinese food.
What really happened to Smokey? I shipped him to China so they could make food out of him. I told you where Smokey was. He's Chinese food now.
You guys see me online. I come here. I cuss her out. Okay, I'm kind of rude when I talk about her because she pisses me off. I'm not particularly nice when I speak about her. Okay. And I have a big mouth in general in life. And some people would say I'm a bitch. Okay, that's fine. I have never, ever in my life even thought to joke about a pet being turned into food. In that nasty and violent way that she does it. Which is racist, actually. She later takes it back. And her comfort with making racist comments like this, using slurs, is kind of mind-blowing, especially the use of the R slur, because in a few months after one of the clips where she uses the R slur, she literally brings on a little 9-year-old girl with Down syndrome and exploits her to get money, which she never gives to the girl. The last cat that took her down, okay, that took her down to hell was Bruce, a kitten that she stole from his mom on live stream, okay? Since then the live streams have been taken down because she knew what she did was wrong. You can see in these clips that she goes into a frenzy, okay? Just...
That's a very cute small kitty.
Really? You're the bathroom? You're the bathroom?
For the bathroom.
Maybe her food.
Go to the wash?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the wash.
Hello. Hello. Oh, no. No. You want some food? Here. Oh my god. Babe, we have to take her. Oh my gosh. She's so small.
Yeah, but where's the mom?
I don't know. I'm not making her go. Hi. No. No. I think it's a girl.
Oh, really?
Oh no, I think it's a boy.
Boy?
Is it a boy? I can't tell.
Just a frenzy because she badly wants this kitten, rips it away from its mom, is so giddy and excited when people in the comments say, oh, we'll help you if the kitten needs medical care, we will assist in that. that seals the deal for her.
Start a GoFundMe? No, we could just do my PayPal if you guys want to send money to the... She's panting. Okay, let's bring her home.
Very quickly, she puts up PayPal. Because her abuse of cats and her scamation and her grifting, it like intersects, they go hand in hand. So that's perfect for her. She's like, oh my God, I can like make some like scamming money from this while I abuse and neglect this kitten and take it from its mom. Oh my God, that's so amazing. That's perfect for you, you abusive, scamming piece of shit. That's perfect. Okay. So she steals this kitten from the mom, is carrying it, is so excited. You're going to see in the video. She's so excited. She's like, oh my God, it's a girl, it's a girl, it's a girl. And then she's like, oh, it's a boy. And then she thinks that the vet confirms it's a girl. She's like, oh my God, it's a girl. I can never have kids. So this is like the next best thing.
And it's a girl. Vet and a pharmacy, I think. I don't know. She's a girl. 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 Guys, I can't have kids, man. This is the best thing. So she's 8 weeks. So she's old enough to be away from her mom, right?
And right there, you literally have the audacity to come online and use these cats to fill some empty hole in yourself. But you're not even taking care of them. You're abandoning them. You're neglecting them. So you're saying she's like your child, this cat, which we later learn is a boy, and she's devastated by it, by the way. And you just toss them? So that's how you treat your kids. I mean, you probably would treat your kids worse because then the father would probably be giving the kids more attention than you, and you're like that because you're so narcissistic. So she takes this cat home. Then people start freaking out. People get the authorities involved, they get charities involved, and that's ultimately what kicks her out. Because guess what the charity finds? First of all, this is illegal. She shouldn't have done this. She took it from its mom, which very conveniently and quickly, she's like, oh, I found the mom. I put him back. I put Bruce Lee was the name of the kid. I put him back with his mom. I put him back. How did you find the mom so quick? The charity confirms that the kitten was never in a dire situation. Like, obviously, it's not great for a kitten to be living on the street, but there are charities in Kuwait that look out for cats and kittens and check up on them and get them their shots and fix them and do all of that, get them spayed. So it was confirmed from the charity that's run by local Kuwaitis that monitor all of these kittens that not only what she was doing was illegal, but it was more harmful for the kitten to be taken away from its mom than not. So Foodie did more harm, and that's what ran her out. That's what ran her out of that country, and she's about to abandon her 7th or 8th cat. I lost count at this point. Maybe it was 7. Yeah. I mean, this is just how much more of a pattern does anyone need? How much more of a pattern does anyone need to have it solidified in their brains that she's an animal abuser? And all of her abusers that still support her knowing that she abuses animals willy-nilly on live stream. None of this is hearsay, okay? There's clips, all right? I've inserted clips, screenshots, photos of the living conditions. None of this is hearsay, okay? This all happened while she was documenting it for us. This animal abuser does not deserve the love, the unconditional love that pets will give you. She doesn't deserve that, okay? She deserves to, I don't know, just be miserable and live in squalor and get back with the cokehead. Honestly, that's what she deserves. Yeah, I said it. So if she tries to adopt another cat when she goes to Canada, which I'm sure she will, I will be back on here. I will drag her and I will stream snipe that. Yes, if I can, as long as I'm not at work or I'm not busy or I'm not doing something. I'm not going to be like nice anymore. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to be like super polite about that at all. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. This got me worked up. So this was not like the funnest video, but I really just wanted to, because I know there are gaps in the canon for a lot of you guys, as there was for me. I wanted one video that went through all of the cats and her neglect, abuse, and abandonment of all of them. And also to remind all of us that karma is real. What goes around comes around. And in the same way that she has never been able to find steady love and commitment and attachment to a pet that has stayed with her, that she stayed with it, that she's done goodbye, she will never find peace in her life ever. Ever. And that's why right now she finds herself where she is. Very similar to where she was a few years ago. Manless, jobless, friendless, no interpersonal relationships. She's burned her family so much that her mom doesn't even want her to stay with her when she comes back from Syria. Just pathetic and sad. And I love that for her. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think. Please let me know if I missed anything. It's very likely I missed small details here or there. I more so want this to be an overview. I hope I'm not missing out on a cat or forgetting a cat. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!